All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Okay. Also, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who's teaching this truth and sincerity. Also, who rule well. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect that scattered from corners of the earth, which are you so-called Negroes, so-called Latino Hispanics, and so-called Native American Indians. You are the Lord's chosen people. Okay? Now, this lesson I want to touch on is the parables of, having this truth, man. Having this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, man. We have the light. You might call it a candlestick. We might have the light. We might have the oil. That's all getting to the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of this truth and the key to our salvation. The key to our salvation, and especially when we keep it and apply it. All right. So this is going to be a very short video because, like I said, we got the light, man, and we have, and in the scriptures, it says, we gotta feed the sheep. We gotta guide the sheep, man. And we guide the sheep, like you said, what a shepherd does is they guide. They have the little I forgot what they call it, but the little thing. I'm not gonna call it a sight where if a sheep go astray, it'll put it around his neck and pull it back with the other sheep. Make sure it doesn't go astray, and you're also supposed to protect the sheep. But we in this instance we use it to guide them towards salvation. All right, and like I said, we got works to do. Okay, and knowing this, we're having this wisdom. We're supposed to guide the sheep. Guide our neighbors, guide our fellow Israelites, our brothers to the salvation. Okay, all right. So the first book that I want to grab into, and this is going to be a very short lesson, is Matthew chapter 15, Matthew chapter 5, and 15. But I'm going to start at the 14th verse. Okay, and it reads, "Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid." All right, and it says, "Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it is given light unto all that are in the house." All right. Now, like I said, that's showing that you have this wisdom, right? And what a light does, it shows, it glows. Like you're going to be able to see. Now, when you have this truth, you're not supposed to just hide it, man. You're supposed to exercise it and expand on it. Like I said, it doesn't. You're not supposed to take a candlestick and put it in a cabinet or put it under a bed. You want to let it show, and that's why you gotta let that wisdom. You gotta show off that wisdom. And like I said, when I'm talking about the sheep, man, like I said, one candlestick can light 1,000. You're so-called when you in the world, you got the little birthdays, and you might not have enough lighters, but you'll take that one candlestick and you'll light more. All right. And that just shows that we have that light, and we're not in darkness, and that has parables too. Like I said, being in darkness, naked, in sin, having death, being in death valley of dry bones. Those are parables of people that don't have that wisdom, man, or having sin on them. All right. So we have to do our job and to expand on this, truth. So the next verse I want to grab is Proverbs chapter 4 and 18. And it says, "But the path of the just is the shining light, that shineth more and more unto the perfect day." And like I said, when you get into a light, it brights, it shines, it guides you, And then, like I said, we being in this truth, Lord willing, and just seeing the characteristics that we follow is just, man. We try to be peaceable, brotherly love, charitable, look out for one each other, build up our masculinity, you know, just things that are we're supposed to have. But as you see in this world, it's the exact opposite, man. You know, people are rude. Our women are out of order. You know, we're getting poisoned. We believe that Esau's philosophies is the right philosophies to follow, and that's in this madness, man. And then when you read into the 19th verse, it says, "The way of the wicked is as darkness; they know not at what they stumble." And it is darkness, man. And especially if you look at it in the future, because we all know what's going to happen when it comes to the time when Yahushua is going to approach. It's going to be a time where these people in darkness going to want to seek these answers. But we already know, like I said, Lord willing, we of that number. We are those that 144,000. We know. We, like I said, when you have a light, it guides you in darkness. It guides you, But if you're in darkness, you don't know what's going on. You gotta keep your hands out. You don't want to make sure you don't hit anything. That's how these people are, and that's how they're definitely going to be when times get bad. Like I said, inflation is coming. It's already here. And people gonna be bugged out. They're not gonna know what to do because they didn't have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to guide them out this darkness. All right, and they're gonna stumble, and then they're gonna come to the man of the Lord, seeking this truth, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which is also a parable to the light, man, a candlestick, the oil. All right. Let me see. I want to grab. Shalaki, bear with me. I know that isn't this beautiful. They're all over. Like I said, you can get some in Psalms as well. In the the New and Old Testament. Let me see. Because we don't want to be those. We're not. We were once in that state of being dry bones, but when we had this truth. Oh yeah, also it's the waters too. The everlasting waters. Salaki. I just want to make sure I just want to grab some more. Also, some other good scriptures as well. Salaki, bear with me, because it's like I was just going through the spirit. I didn't really cue anything up. I just wanted to, just really wanted to. I was in the mood just to do a lesson, you know. Just want to check something else. And then, like I said, if I don't, then we can get into the valley of dry bones. That's another good one. I'm just gonna. All these scriptures are good, but I don't want to get off topic. But let me go to Ezekiel. And it says this is the book of Ezekiel, and these are the opposite, And it says this is the book of Ezekiel chapter 37, and we'll start from the top. And it says, "The hand of the Lord was up upon me, and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord, and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of dry bones, a lowly land." And like I said, those dry bones were, a representation of, Israelites that didn't have this wisdom and knowledge and understanding, man. And that's why they were, dry. They were in a dead state of mind. They didn't have this wisdom. You know, that's why I always say we got the living you know, correct me if I'm saying this wrong, but brothers know what I'm getting at. You know, the water's living God, everlasting water, everlasting living waters. Gosh, hold on. But we had that water. You know, when you look at water, you know, you is one second. I'm gonna grab it. Like I said, we had the water. We ain't dry anymore, man. Grab it. Everlasting waters. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's what I was getting at. And you know, because like I said, man, this wisdom, knowledge, this wisdom, knowledge, understanding is going to be the key to our salvation. You know, like I said, when you look at Ezekiel, the ninth chapter, about the men that sighed and cried. They had that wisdom, they had that oil, they had that light on them, and you know they weren't with it. They weren't with the abominations that was going on in the midst thereof. And look, they had the mark of exemption because they didn't like it. They didn't wanna. They didn't like the philosophies that was going on around them, and the Lord, you know, put a mark of exemption, like, you know, spare these men, because they had the wisdom and they weren't with the abomination. So we can just quickly just bring that out real quick. This is Ezekiel chapter 9 in the 4th verse. And the Lord said unto them, go through the midst of the city, throughout the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon their heads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that has been done in the midst thereof. Because like I said, we don't like I said, when we had this wisdom, we can actually see the few, like we know every action comes a reaction, man. Like the LGBT community, we don't like that. That starts diseases. You know, we don't like eating abominable foods. Like I said, shrimps, lobsters. They here to keep our waters clean. You know, we look at this everything that, you know. Like I said, the world's given into the hands of the wicked, and we have this wisdom, we have this light, we have this oil to see all this. Okay, but I just, you know, Lord willing, this video was kind of edifying, was edifying for brothers out there, you know. And again, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises due to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. And again, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who's teaching truth and sincerity. Also, who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. I want to close out, say shalom, and on to the next video.